Today we're going to talk about this question. I just want to give a little bit of framework here. Now, I've just recently moved to a new city, a new school, new home. I got two kids and a guy and a girl, and they're both transferring from one high school to another. Now, in Japan, they have a really different high school system or school system at all. In order to get into high school, you don't automatically go in. You have to pass an entrance exam. So high school in Japan is a lot like university or colleges in the US and I suppose the UK, where you have to apply and then you get a letter back to see if you qualify. The way it works is different schools, different high schools, they publish what the average acceptance percentage is. It's kind of like a GPA score, but to get into high school. In Japan, the counselors, they always tell my kids, apply to a school that you can confidently get into. In other words, apply to one that's a bit lower than your grade average because you don't get second chances to apply to the same school. You have to apply to a different one, and then you got to wait a month sometimes, and that could be a real hassle. So they always advise you, choose the safe option. Do only the one that you can confidently succeed in. In my business, most of my clients, the people who I make videos for and the people who also take my course where I help them to build their video funnel, a lot of people are coaches, business coaches, life coaches, weight loss coaches, and there's a lot of professionals. A lot of them have never started making video. A lot of them have never started because of a certain reason. Now, I want to circle back to what I was just talking about with my kids. When I asked them why you didn't apply to a certain school, they said, I didn't apply to that high school because I might not get in. Now, sure, that's what the counselors told them. They told them that this is how you should think about it. Don't apply to the ones that you don't think you could get into. When I look at this formula here, this reasoning that my kids gave me, I think, okay, well, that's up to them, like they're at a certain age where I have to let them make their own decisions. And I let them choose which ones to go through. They could counsel with me if they want to. But when it comes to business and when it comes to launching your business online or getting new customers, here's the thing. There's something really interesting that happens. There's a lot of coaches that haven't started yet, and they give me a variation of this. They say, like, for example, if they're asking their clients, if someone said, I didn't apply for the job because I might not get in. As a coach, what would a coach counsel this person? What would they say? You should try it anyway, because the worst thing that can happen is the situation you're already in right now where you're not getting any leads and you're not getting any sales yet, or you don't have that job yet. I didn't apply for the job because I might not get in. So what advice would you give that person? If you're a coach, what would you say, right? Now, here's another one. I didn't launch my business because I might not, and there's some variation of get in, I might not succeed. Is it true? Yes. But what's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario, if you don't apply for the job, if you don't launch that business, then you'll just stay where you are, which is obviously not where you want to be. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation, right? And that's what a coach would say. If your client said this, what would you say? Comment below. If you had a client that says, I didn't launch my business, if you're a coach, by the way, or if he's had a variation of this, I didn't launch my business, I didn't apply for the job, and to my kids, I didn't apply to that high school because I might not get in. What would you say to that person? Comment below. I'd really like to know. Now, the reason I'm bringing this full circle, and if you know me, if you've been watching me for a while, you probably know what's coming next. And it's this. What coaches say to me all the time, and these are guys, by the way, professional coaches who help people get over these type of objections in their life so they could really, fulfill themselves with what they really want. But a lot of people, they say, I didn't shoot that video because it might not succeed. That is the funniest thing ever. I didn't shoot that video because it might not succeed. It might not go viral. I'm not going to get enough viewers. And every time I hear that, I'm like, I thought you were a coach, What would you say if a client told you that they didn't want to do the thing that they already know they need to do because of fear of failure? And this is what coaches do. They're supposed to help people get over that, but yet they can't get over it themselves. Now, here's the truth. Your first video is going to suck and nobody's going to watch it. Now, the good news is nobody's going to watch it. The bad news is it's going to suck. But it's actually not so bad if nobody's watching it. Actually, when you make your first video, there's going to be 2 views on it. You're going to have 2 views. If you haven't started yet, 2 views on your video. Now, I don't know if that's exciting or if that's depressing for you. But the first view is going to be right after you uploaded it, when you check to make sure it got uploaded properly and you went and logged in. That's the first view. The second view is going to be the time when you went back 24 hours and checked on it to see if anyone watched. And that's when you discover there's 2 views. Those are both you. Now, the good news about that is that video probably sucked. And because when we start, we all suck. But the thing is, unless you take that first step, unless you start fighting that inertia of not having moved forever, unless you start that, you won't ever get to momentum. You won't ever get to the stage where you're going to be in flow, where when the camera goes on, then you have instant confidence and you know how to connect with the frustrations of your audience. You know how to get them to know, like, and trust you, so that eventually when you have something that is going to help that person at the right time, the right message at the right time, then they're going to want to pay you money so that you can help them to cross that bridge, to cross that barrier. The other cool thing about video is this: once you get people to know, like, and trust you, that's when you can potentially make a lot of money. I say potentially because here's the thing. A lot of people, they make videos for the wrong reasons. I've seen so many people on Instagram with 1 million followers, 2 million, 100,000, whatever. And then so many people talk about, how can I get, 10,000 subscribers in 5 days, or I don't know, all these crazy hacks. Now, there's a couple ways you could just buy them, which tons of people are doing. They're probably going to get banned. Or you can just show off tons of skin or rent a Lamborghini, all these little photography tricks to make you look super attractive. And I've actually read a lot of news articles about people who actually spend so much money on getting their followers that the money that they're getting from the sponsorships for brands that actually want to sell stuff, that barely covers their lifestyle. And it's not even a real lifestyle. It's just a rented lifestyle only for that split second when the shutter on the camera goes off so that you can take that photo and stick it on Instagram. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ability to address someone's frustrations and understand them better than they even understand themselves. The ability to package that into a video where you can get people to watch from the beginning to the end, and the ability to get people interested enough in you so that they're going to want to engage with you. And then that engagement turns to a conversation. The conversation turns to either a sale or an opportunity to do a presentation where you can offer a sale. That is it. I don't know of anybody else who's been able to cram an entire funnel into a video. You heard me right. Instead of putting more videos into your funnel, what if you could put the entire funnel into your video, where you can shoot a video and make a sale without ever writing an email, without ever making a landing page, without ever doing anything else except for engaging with people on social media with video and with chatting. That's what I do. And that's what I do all the time. Now, guys, the video funnel looks a bit like this. Is what my paying clients get from me is I actually walk them through a 5-step formula. Number 1, how to write killer headlines, because no matter how good your video is, no matter what the message is in there, if the headline sucks, your video is worthless. It's absolutely worthless, and it's sad. I'm sad for you because of the fact that people are not stopping their scrolling in order for your video to start auto-playing. So you got to have a killer headline, and you got to know the exact format in order to do it. That's number 1. How do you write the headlines that get people to stop? Number 2 is this: how do you format the content inside your video? What do you say, in what order do you say it, and when should you say it, and how long should you say in each section? I'll give you a hint here. It's number 1, hook them in. Number 2, introduce yourself. Number 3, lead their anticipation. Number 4, to what you're going to deliver. Number 5, ask for the right thing. And that neatly spells Hilda, Hilda. That's the system and the formula that once I explain it to you, you will not be able to unsee it, because a lot of my clients, by the way, are getting millions of views. And once you see this demonstrated once or twice, you're going to see this formula everywhere. I'm not sure if they're copying me or if they came up with something similar themselves, but a lot of these clients, who are household names practically, are people who I've made videos with, and I help them with the Hilda format. You can't unsee it. You're going to see this everywhere, okay? So that's number 2, the format for your video. Number 3 is, how can you create a missing link? The thing that helps them learn what they need to do, but then you also give them a solution to execute it for free. That is basically bridging the gap between where they are and where they want to be, and offering that solution to them, okay? So that is the missing link. And then how can you segue from that, from people passively viewing you on video and having a conversation that's both a framework and scripts to guide people through a process where it ends up in either a sale right there without ever leaving the platform, or booking in a call where you can have a Zoom session or a phone call with someone and see if they're a good fit, if they want to work with you, and give you money so that you can help them. Guys, that's the entire thing. That's the entire funnel. People don't realize how simple it is. Usually I do this inside of my master classes where people register. If you want to work with me to build out your video funnel, if you want to work with me so that I can help you to just shoot a video and get leads and sales. Shoot a video, get leads and sales. The other day, I was just talking to somebody who went through my coaching course. His name is Richmond Din. He said he shot one video after taking my course. He was only in week 2, I think. It's a 6-week course, by the way. He was only in week 2, and he shot a video, and he got over 20 leads right after shooting that one video. So imagine if that process can happen over and over. It's leads on demand. If you know the process, if you know the formula, and if you know the order that these things need to happen in, you could get leads on demand. Shoot video, get leads. Get leads, make sales, period. I'm just so passionate about this, and I don't know why more people don't do this the right way, and it's frustrating for me, so I kind of ranted a little bit. If you want to know more, I think the best thing you can do is, number one, get inside my group. I'm going to put a link right below this, www.getleadswithvideo.com, and number two, send me a text. Send me the word leads. We could have a conversation and see if you're a good fit for my 6-week coaching program. We're actually walking through it.